I'm moving on to Obamacare, please. President Obama telling a national audience full of millennials that signing up is just part of growing up. Listen to this interview he did with Charles Barkley.
We'd like to encourage more young people to sign up, partly because since they're healthier, their premiums are actually generally going to be fairly cheap. They can find good options for less than their cable bill, less than their cell phone bill, and it's just part of growing up.
Did you hear that? Generally fairly cheap, just part of growing up. Here is a millennial herself, political prospect editor Kayleigh McEnany. You heard what the president had to say. What's your take?
Stuart, it's pretty incredible. I didn't realize that growing up meant fiscal irresponsibility, because that's what Obamacare is synonymous with. An average male in Arkansas pays $181 for a premium. Maybe Obama hasn't paid a cable bill in a while, but that's far higher than my cable bill. That's far higher than my electric bill. Obamacare is fiscal irresponsibility, and I think millennials would be very unwise to follow the path and go to the exchanges. I think the only fiscally responsible thing to do is to opt out and pay the penalty. Have you got any evidence to suggest that people like you, millennials, are turning against the president because of Obamacare? Yeah, Stuart, the Harvard study said that if the president was on the ballot today, 54% of millennials would vote to recall the president. That's startling. This is a group that came out for him in droves, but 54% would vote to recall him. That's astonishing. This is Obamacare and the NSA are the turning point for millennials, and they're rejecting the president, and I think they'll continue to. Well, he's making a big push. I mean, there's a heavy-duty advertising campaign. I mean, remember Pajama Boy, and now he's looking to former NBA star Charles Barkley. I mean, there's a big PR push here, an advertising push. Are you telling me it's just flat out not working? It's not going to work. And, you know, the president's gimmicky advertising campaigns and his subsidiaries, there are some Obama advocacy groups that are having keg stand parties to try and induce millennials. We saw Pajama Boy. They're calling it brosurance rather than health insurance. This is a fundamental misunderstanding of millennials. Millennials want jobs, we want low premiums, and we want a fiscally responsible government. We don't want a $17 trillion debt. So this is a president who just thinks if he can throw out the word brosurance, millennials will come in droves. It's just not the case. But he's got to have you. He's got to have millennials on board paying money. He's got to have this. And again, I go back to this. You're telling me that they're not going to sign up. That's what you're telling me? No, you're exactly right. They're not going to sign up. And we saw the Daily Caller came out with a story and said only 687,000 millennials have signed up for Obamacare. The problem is Obama was banking on the stupidity of millennials, but millennials are not marionette puppets he can manipulate however he will. Millennials are smart, and we're rejecting this, and we'll continue to. When I was that age, in my 20s and early 30s, I don't believe, in my 20s, I don't think I had insurance. In fact, I'm sure I did not have insurance. I didn't feel I needed it. And I was prepared. I felt, you know, I'm not going to get sick. Nothing's going to happen to me. I think that's the way you people, I think that's the way you feel, isn't it? You don't want to have to pay out money for an insurance product that you don't want. That's right, and in many respects, Stuart, the choice you made and the choice many millennials make is a fiscally smart plan. The fact is most millennials are healthy, are not going to get sick, so catastrophic coverage on the free market is a much better plan than a premium that's 3 times what you were paying in the Obamacare exchanges. It's not a fiscally smart decision. Most millennials are healthy and won't get sick. So that's why they opt for catastrophic coverage. We come to you to find out exactly how the millennials are thinking, and you tell us every time. Thanks very much indeed, Kayleigh McEnany. Come and see us again soon. Okay? Thank you, Stuart. The UAW